I believe that getting the interview is the hardest part.
Hardest part, yeah.
You have the skills unless you didn't be here.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't have that confidence in you because when you're not getting job, you said that maybe you're not good enough. But Algorizin had that faith in me. That's why I was able to push myself. No, let's try. Something will come out.
Kinjon, how's it going?
Good. Glad to be here today.
In 5 months, we are meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
And after you have landed a job.
Crazy.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your background. Where did you come from? What made you choose actually US?
I'll start from the very beginning. So I did my, 10th standard in a small town called Dinajpur in Bangladesh, which is not from the city.
Yeah.
So I finished my O-levels there. Then after that, due to lack of good teachers, I had to move to Dhaka for my A-levels. If I want to pursue good higher education, because there are very few universities in Bangladesh that are actually good when it comes to international standard, and it was very hard, like cutthroat competition to get into those. I completed my A-levels. After that, I did my ACTs. I got a good score. Based on that, I applied to multiple universities, and thankfully, I got a good scholarship from a couple of them.
Right.
And finally, I decided to, out of those, to join UTA to pursue computer science.
Right.
The reason I chose computer science was because back in Dinajpur, so Facebook came out. So I had my first Facebook account in 2010 or 11ish when I was in grade 7th or 8th standard. A large part of my family stays in India. So it was very hard to connect. And when Facebook came out, it was very easy to connect with them, stay up to date with them, like what they were doing in their daily life.
Right.
And everything. So that made me realize that this is the power of technology. So that made me to join, I want to pursue computer science and give a contribution to in this field. And in that pursuit, and also pursuit of higher and good quality education, I finally decided to come to US.
How was your perception about landing the job, and what was your struggle that time when you were graduating?
So to be honest, I wasn't sure whether I would get a job after coming to Algorizin because you guys also started new, right?
Right.
So it was a leap of faith, I would say. When I actually got in some of the classes, for example, the career classes, and also one-on-one sessions with the mentors, that really gave me confidence. No, yes, I can carry forward with this, and I would land somewhere. I will have that belief. But in that, as you know, in life, there are ups and downs. That's where Algorizin were there beside me, because it's not always the technical things that needs to be get improvement. It's sometimes the emotional and the professionalism. That's the main part when landing a job here. Because let's say if you're applying to multiple jobs, you're not getting response, that causes an emotional breakdown, right? And you need that support. And I believe I found that support in Algorizin, helping me deliver my pitch better, my resume, all other stuff.
After the first time we had a conversation, after a week, I heard that you had your personal tough news, and I hope that Kinjon can actually make it emotionally, because that was very difficult. That your father passed away, and you said that okay, mentor said, I don't know, I have to land a job, or else should I? I was I just hope that Kinjon can somehow support himself. I'm okay, he's a smart kid, but somehow lost from that, especially to what you are now. The amount of growth I have seen is in 5 months span, insane growth in my opinion. And now you landed a job, and now you're still joining our sessions and giving advice that, okay, don't worry about landing a job. I'm is this the same Kinjon or a different person? If I wanted to ask you, what are the top 3 major things you would say that Algorizin added as a value in your life?
Sure. So first thing first, I got a hands-on experience in a real-life project with the Naja application, where I actually got to work with an actual team to contribute in the application. So that helped strengthen my resume. That gave me a chance to actually go to the market and see, hey, I'm capable. I have worked on a real life project. Incidentally, it got launched 1 month back.
Yeah, it was great timing as well.
Yeah. So the application also got launched. So that was one aspect giving me professional experience. Another thing, which is the bedrock of your company, is it's built by immigrants. So there are multiple staffing companies, as you know here.
Sure.
But they don't understand what the journey that immigrants go through. As you are an immigrant yourself, So I had that connect. So basically you could understand the difficulties an immigrant faces. You helped me in that. For example, both emotional support, professional support, everything. You knew in and out of the markets. You were here for much longer than me.
Right.
So, and you had a well-established connection. That's also a plus point. And the other would say the communities. So all the mentors, even the peers, you'd learn every week. You'd learn something new that you never knew. And that all of those things are really helping me now in my current job. So I think the community, your motto, by immigrants for immigrants, those are the things that I think are the key parts of Algorizin.
I had always this question, genuinely, and this is I ask this question to literally everyone and myself every day, that this is an online community. At the end of the day, this is not in person. Obviously, we're meeting in person now. Like, for example, I'm based in New York. If Algorizin wasn't there, maybe I would have not actually met you. Honestly, paths would have not crossed. What are your thoughts about online learning or online education or community?
I feel like online learning is a very crucial thing, especially in the height of the pandemic. For example, as you mentioned, you are New York based, right? I'm here in Texas.
Yeah.
If you decided to make it offline officially, probably I would have never gotten in touch with you. And probably, who knows, I might not have landed a job here right now in the USA. So online community helps bring mentors, because there are mentors from Seattle to Houston, all over the world, even other countries as well, right?
Right.
So you get expertise from all the different areas, and that helps the community as a grow. It helps better your product, I would say. So online is a very crucial thing.
Still some things which are still missing in online, the in person, but if we can somehow go to more hybrid.
Only I would say the drawback of an online community, like you have someone beside you can share. Like it's not always easy to type in what you're feeling or convey the message you want to. But let's say if it was actually a classroom, for example, in university, you see them person, hey, do you have a minute? Can I talk to you? Those are the things, little bit of things that really go far. So that's one thing that's a shortcoming of an online community, but there are also multiple plus points as well.
I think that can probably eventually be solved with scale. Like if there are like Texas Algorizin community and New York Algorizin, then you have the network. Like, okay, we're having a weekly meetup of Texas Algorizin people only.
Hopefully that will be
very soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
But in terms of functional, let's say it's like a funnel, right? You start with some theoretical and then hands-on project and then job hunting. Which are the interesting like functional components of Algorizin you like process components?
So the process component, I would say the actual large projects which I did work on, because there I actually worked with a big enough code base, right? So that gave me experience of what I'm getting into in the industry when I will be joining full time. And when working on it, I realized, hey, I need to always stay on my toes because the technology field is always changing. And I had a personal experience in my current job that the things I'm using are getting deprecated. So we have to move to new technologies. So that's always a change. So that's a real life experience. And another was when it comes to the job hunting process. It's a maze and it's easy to get lost into. And I believe that's where Algorizin strength is. It helps us to navigate the job market in such a way that you will have better results, like when you compare the amount of applications you're doing and the feedbacks you're getting. So the ratio is significantly improved with your methodologies, I'd say.
So every year, actually, the job market changes drastically. Can you share some insights on what helped you the most in landing the job?
The things that you learn over the 4 years you're in college, and if you had any internships, you have a solid understanding of what you're putting in your resume. Because if your resume gets picked up when you're applying to job, the question's gonna be all from your resume. And if you can't explain them, then there are flaws in your understanding, right? So have a good understanding of what your strengths and weaknesses are and play on your strengths. And I'd say when it comes to actual job hunting, which I faced, but after coming to Algorizin, I getting confident is not to get disheartened with the job description. That's a wish list, right? The recruiters push that they want that. They don't want to train a person. They want people who has some experience, who has worked with this tech. But that usually doesn't happen. Apply to the jobs, be confident, and be ready to face rejections. But it's good that you don't give up. Like, as you mentioned, like in your speech, the tunnel is dark, but at the end of the tunnel, there is always light. light,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So just do what you're doing, and one day you'll be there where you want to be.
So how many interviews did you give so far total?
6 to 10.
6 to 10 interviews, and you have a job.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Like
I had a very good, I think. Yeah,
that's incredible. Like 6 to 10. I think when I landed a job, I had to give like a lot of interviews.
Yeah, because you prepared us that way, right? Because you helped us with our pitch. Because I remember going to a career fair where I had to deliver my pitch. That played a role. Where I had spoken with 20 recruiters each day in that career fair. My pitch was good. And from that session, I got connected with few recruiters who reached out to me. Then the interviews process. Even in the job application, you helped strengthen my resume with the skills I knew. And that also gave me better chance of getting an interview. I believe that getting the interview is the hardest part.
Hardest part, yeah.
You have the skills unless you didn't be here.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't have that confidence in you because when you're not getting job, you said that maybe you're not good enough. But Algorizin had that faith in me. That's why I was able to push myself. No, let's try. Something will come out. And from your previous cohort, when I saw that those people also landed a job. Some landed maybe in a week, some landed in 5 months, 4 months, but all of them did land a job. So I was pretty confident seeing them that yes, maybe I'll be somewhere.
Yeah. No, I think there are a lot of interesting insights in what you're saying. These are interconnected, but if I can see like there is the component of like seeing someone who is doing that, it's inspiring. Then obviously the functional components like the feedback loop, like, okay, every process, this is like a hike. Every step there is a feedback loop. And obviously the more feedback loops there are, the less mistakes there are because there is a crowd intelligence. Everyone is sharing that, oh, do this, do that. Even you actually probably help someone else land a job because you shared something recently which you faced.
Yeah.
So this is really, really incredible. Kinjon, what is your vision for the future? This is just the beginning. I mean, Algorizin is very lucky that we got you, a piece of you in your massive journey. What's your dream?
My dream is not that different from an American dream, I would say. Like we come from countries which doesn't have resources to America for a better future, for better access to technology, to better ourselves, to build our knowledge and also give back to the community. So in 5 years' time, I'll grow myself professionally. When it comes to my technical skills, I would like to go into different fields. For example, AI and machine learning. I have interest in that.
Right.
So I want to go into that. And also I want to give back to the community. Like I got a lot, whether it was the Facebook groups that I joined in my O-level years in Bangladesh or coming here with Algorizin, which helped me land my first job. So it's time to give back to that community as well. Whatever little I have, though I'm not that experienced yet, but hopefully I'll be able to contribute in some way or the other.
If I get to share my experience, giving is the best way to it will come back to you. Like this is a foundation. Kinjon, did you want to say anything for the people who are struggling, any international students, any kind of advice you want to share with them?
So to all the international students who come here in pursuit of their dream, I'd say like, it's very hard here, staying away from your family, navigating a new country. English might not be your first language as well. Culturally, it's quite different. Here you'll meet a lot of culture from all around the world. It gets difficult to adjust to, but you are here because you're skilled enough to be here in the first place. Therefore, sometimes forget that, hey, maybe we're not any special anymore. Like we're like an average person, but no, not everyone can come into the United States in the first place. So when you landed a scholarship or got admission into an university, believe in yourself that yes, you have that skills, capabilities, knowledge that you can succeed in life. Don't stop believing in yourself.
Awesome. Thank you, Kinjon, for sharing your experience.